Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Brian Parsons. He's the Chief Revenue Officer for Mejeticks. It's one of the top technology consulting firms in Texas. You're going to hear his journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I love Dallas-Fort Worth. It's the home of all consultant firms. There's one on every street corner, but there are people who are like book smart and there are people who are street smart. And that describes my next guest perfectly. Brian Parsons, he's the Chief Revenue Officer with Mejeticks. It's one of the leading technology consulting firms in the state of Texas.
Hey, thanks for having me today, Jeff.
Well, so you didn't just fall off the apple cart. You've been in this space for a while.
It's been a little while, so a little bit over 20 years at this point. I've been working in technology.
And tell me more about your journey, and then let's talk about Mejeticks.
Yeah, so I actually started out in finance, and I think that's one of the funny things about technology. Most of the people that are in the industry today didn't really train to be in the industry. They just found their way to it, and that's exactly what happened with me. So I started out in finance, and then the early 2000s started a software company developing point-of-sale software. So when that went kaput, I came back and got into technology sales. So really started out in direct sales and working for companies like Sprint, TW Telecom, Cologix, companies along those lines is where I went and cut my teeth. Old school sales styles, walking through buildings, handing out cards, and just building relationships, one person at a time.
Let's talk about Mejeticks, and we're going to pull up your website.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about like your ideal client. Who do you guys serve?
Yeah, so from a market perspective, we focus on organizations that are anywhere from 200 to about 5,000 employees. Generally, they'll look from anywhere from a couple $100 million to maybe a couple $1 billion in revenue. So I always tell people, like, it really runs the gambit. I have clients that look like 2 guys in a van down by the river, and then I have multinational organizations of 40,000 employees spread across 100 different countries.
We were visiting right before the show, and you were sharing one of your favorite success stories. Will you share that with him?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the clients I work with is a plumbing and HVAC distributor, and they have sites all over the United States. And when we went in and started to help them look at what they were doing from an internet network perspective, we started to really realize that they were not in a great spot where they were. So their contract was really not, the terms weren't that great. They were overpaying for what they had. And so when we went to the market and evaluated that against the other providers that are out in the market, what we found was we were actually able to deliver some substantial savings for them. And so today we save them in upwards of about $1 million per year. Incredible. Just on their internet expenses.
And you're working on their behalf, so you're only beholden to them. Some people in your industry, they only have one solution. So, if you only have a hammer, every problem's a nail. You're kind of agnostic. It's like, we vetted these companies. This is what you need.
No, very, very true. And I think that's what really makes us different. And I think when you look at the market, you're finding, not every organization is really aware that people actually buy this way. But there are companies like Mejeticks that are out there that really are there just to serve the client. So at the end of the day, our clients never write a check to Mejeticks. So I always, when I'm talking to new prospective clients, I tell them, listen, we are a success-based organization. And if I can help you find the right solution at the most efficient cost, we hope that you pick it, and that's how we make money.
Outstanding. You also have a robust social media platform, and you have lots of videos. I found one that I really like. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Fantastic.
The question that we tend to get a lot is, why do companies partner with us, and how is a trusted advisor going to be an addition and a help to my organization? Well, Quick answer is we are going to help you find that best service that fits your criteria at your organization, and it's going to be at the best cost for what you're looking for. As an IT professional, how often are you making changes to your infrastructure? Whether you're dealing with your cloud, network, security, data center, or voice, how often are you getting to evaluate and procure new systems and services that fit you at the right time?
All right, I want to give a quick shout out to EO because you're a
Yes.
proud sponsor of EO Dallas Entrepreneurs Organization, a global organization. Tell us why you support EO.
Well, EO is really a great organization, and it's been a lot of fun for us to be involved over the last 3 years to see just the multitude of different types of organizations that are out there. We've been sponsoring for 3 years now. So, we've been able to help a couple of the organizations there as they go through their journey from a technology perspective. But I think it's really more about just the whole networking aspect and seeing what different people are doing and how they're out succeeding in different ways throughout the Metroplex and really the U.S.
Okay, so going back to Mejeticks, how does somebody know when they need to bring you guys in?
Yeah, generally organizations will come to us when they're looking at going through a different, some kind of technology change, right? So they might be looking at their internet circuits and figuring out, hey, are we priced right? Are we getting a good deal? Or they're moving their voice system from on-premise to off to the cloud. So we help a number of different companies evaluate, cloud infrastructure. What are we doing? Obviously artificial intelligence is a huge topic in the environment today. And we help a number of companies go through from the very beginning stages of starting to identify what do you even do with it, all the way to actual implementation of now we've built bots that will make this work more efficiently.
Wow.
So it really, what I say is like, hey, listen, if you have something that's a technology challenge within your company and you're trying to figure out what do you want to go do, that's a great time to think about Mejeticks or a company like ours to come in and assist in that manner.
Okay, Brian, if somebody's watching this and says, man, I think I found my firm, what does the process look like? Do you have an introductory call or video chat, or how do you know?
Well, it's funny, Jeff, it goes a lot of different ways. Our business is a lot about relationships, and there's a reason for that. And it's because our clients typically don't come to us for just one thing. Most of our clients will utilize this for multiple services. So that introductory call might be a Zoom call, right? More times than not, it might be us sitting down to lunch, getting to know one another and understanding like, hey, what do you do? What are some of the challenges that you're experiencing? And let us tell you where we might fit. And if we have a reason to work together, then we do. And if we don't, then we move forward.
Wow. You also have a very popular podcast. We're going to scroll down the podcast page.
Yeah.
Tell us about the podcast. It's called IT Masters.
Yeah, IT Masters. So our founder, Rob DeVita, started IT Masters a little bit over a year ago. Mm-hmm. And so he goes through and talk about different events and things that are going on in the market from a technology perspective and what's relevant today. And, we like to talk to different technology leaders, so CIOs or CEOs of companies that provide different solutions. So.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations on your success, and thanks once again for partnering with EO. We're going to end with Brian's website, which is mejeticks.com. The great Brian Parsons. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jim. I appreciate it.
All right, that's it for now. We'll see you next time.